What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, former NBA player Terrence Williams has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for stealing $5 million from the NBA's healthcare plan. You may recall there was a scam that was unrevealed by authorities that I think there were 18 former NBA players involved in this healthcare defrauding scam. Well, apparently, Terrence Williams was the ringleader, and that is why he received such a stiff penalty. Terrence Williams was picked as the 11th overall pick in the 2009 NBA draft by the then New Jersey Nets. And of course, Terrence Williams recently made headlines for committing fraud of approximately $5 million. Williams stole the amount from the NBA's health care and welfare plan. The 36-year-old is sentenced to 10 years in prison. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said Williams led a wide-ranging scheme to steal millions of dollars from the NBA players' health and welfare benefit plan. Williams recruited medical professionals and others to expand his criminal conspiracy and maximize his ill-gotten gains. Williams not only lined his pockets through fraud and deceit, but he also stole the identities of others and treated a witness to further his criminal endeavors. For his brazen criminal acts, Williams now faces years in prison. As I said earlier, the 36-year-old was the mastermind of the plan, which included 18 other NBA players. He pled guilty to the crime back in August of 2022. The U.S. Attorney also stated, in addition to his prison term, Williams of Seattle, Washington, was sentenced to 3 years of supervised release in order to forfeit over $650,000 and to pay restitution in the amount of $2.5 million. Williams used to recruit former NBA players and other non-medical professionals into his scheme in exchange for at least $300,000. Terrence Williams played in the NBA for just 4 years, 2009-10 season to 2012-13. During his stint in the league, he averaged about 7.1 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per game while shooting 41.2% from the field and only 31.7% from downtown. Aside from the Nets, he also played for the Houston Rockets, Sacramento Kings, and Boston Celtics. His best averages came during his rookie year, when he averaged 8.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game. So, being that I learned now that he's the mastermind behind the whole thing, that would explain his sentence, which seemed a little bit stiffer than what I thought the average sentence would be. I thought the average sentence would be somewhere approaching 2 to 5 years in prison. But because he was the mastermind, because of the threats and other things that he did, that's why he got the 10 years in prison. But remember, there's some other people connected to this thing as well, including Big Baby Davis and what's the guy's name, man? The guy known for his defense. Played with the Grizzlies. Oh, man, what was his name? I hate this. I hate when I know a player. I know him. I can picture him. I just can't think of his name. Well, anyway, there are 18 different players associated with this thing. I think another one is, if I'm not mistaken, I think another player that's part of this scheme is Sebastian, what's his name? Sebastian Telfair. I think he's part of it too. Let me see this guy's name. See if I can figure it out. This is just killing me. I can't think of the guy's name, man. Tony Allen. Tony Allen. So anyway, yeah, I'm assuming that the other parties are going to get something. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get 10 years, but I think it'll be 5 years, maybe. I'm thinking 5 years. So it wasn't worth it, though, man. I mean, the risk that they were taking, you defraud. I forgot the exact amount, but I remember looking at it before, and I think the average haul was like $2 million a person or something. And I'm thinking, damn, that's it. I mean, considering, I mean that might be a lot for a poor person, but for the risk involved, man, all of you guys made way more than that during your careers. Now I get that he was doing other things, lining his pockets, $300,000 fee to be let into the scam, and all these other things he was doing. But still, man, I mean, if you're gonna, I'm by no means, I am not endorsing criminal behavior, but it would make a little bit more sense if this was a multi-billion-dollar scheme. You know what I'm saying? If it's a multi-billion-dollar scheme and these guys are pocketing like $100 million, $200 million at a time, $500 million, okay, then I understand you're taking these penitentiary risk. And I'm not endorsing it, but I can understand the risk then. But this is just stupid. Just dumb. From the NBA to don't drop the soap. Sad, man. It really is. But tell me what you guys think.